Hi. Okay, so I have some journals here. I have been working on Alice in Wonderland themed journals. I hope that we are in a good view here. I don't know, my camera positioning is not super fantastic. Okay, I have this is not a fantastic setup here. Okay, that seems to be a bit better. Okay, alright, just bear with me here, okay? Okay, so I have this Alice one that I've been working on. Alice in Wonderland, yes. And this Alice in Wonderland, yes. And then we have the Queen of Hearts. Okay? Yes. So that is what I have been working on, and I just wanted to do kind of a quick flip through of these to kind of give you guys, kind of show you guys what is inside. So here we go, and it is going to be pretty quick. The Alice's are just about exactly the same. There's two big signatures sewn in with a 5 pamphlet stitch. There's some silk remains there, and it's really beautiful cotton fabric, and we have a sari silk closure for these. Here is this spine. Let me go get a ruler so we can do the size. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, size-wise, she measures 9.5 tall, 9.5 tall by just about 6 inches wide. Right about 6 inches wide. Okay. And we have, it's probably about a 1.5 inch spine, but it definitely, it's a pretty fat little journal here. I don't have it tied super tight. It's kind of crocodile mouthing right now. Okay, so that is the dimensions of the journal. I think I'm going to be tying on a little tassel here before I send these out. There's some pretty dyed sari silk there that I got from Victorian Gypsy Girl. Here is the first page of our journal. I don't want to have it shine too much from my light. Okay, so it's sewn all around the edge here, and then inside we have this golden mesh, and then I have a sewn journal card, and I just think that that looks like the caterpillar, and it's sewn on the back. It's like collage sewn all together with a bunch of different papers, like Franken paper, I guess. This is the front of the first signature. Okay, so when you first start going into this, then we just have some journal cards. This one's just plain, just one piece of cardstock. This one's sewn around. It says collection. That's a piece of material, and then just another piece of paper there. This is just one big piece of writing paper, like out of a coloring book, and it says it's always tea time, so you can color that in, and I just thought that was cool because of the Mad Hatter's Tea Party and stuff. And then I just sewed a little piece of lace there, and it's sewn all the way around. So I stuck that in the pocket. Okay. Then these are coffee dyed papers that I did. This is from an Alice kit. I really feel like this needs to be a little bit further away or something. I feel like I don't have that great of a view. I hope that it's okay for you guys. Okay, this is just a little butterfly I've glued on there because we have so many, well, there's just so many animals and insects and stuff in the Alice in Wonderland movie, and I just love all of them. There's a journaling card. I try to include a lot of journaling cards. There's a book page from Alice in Wonderland, grid paper that's been dyed, stenciling throughout, some half pages. This one has been stenciled and also spray dyed that I did. This is like a fool me tag. So this is just a tag. It looks like you can remove it, but it's a sticker that is stuck down, and it's got a little thing that says drink me. There's some stenciling done on this page. This is coffee dyed paper that was done with, I pressed leaves into the paper with the coffee dyeing. This is a Tim Holtz piece, but it looks like Alice's sister to me when she's reading to her in the very beginning of the book. So I liked that. These are real vintage playing cards. And they were already like this really nice, pretty yellowed, little bit of this yellowed tint. And this is just a postcard digi with Alice, an old vintage Alice print. This is just a little die cut of a heart because of the Queen of Hearts and all. This is more of that alphabet stenciling because, you know, the caterpillar and the A-E-I-O-U. This is a little Alice, these are like the desserts that she eats to get bigger and stuff. And this just says you are here. That's like what the Cheshire Cat's always going on about, this way or that way, or you are here. And so I just like that. This is a removable little notepad. So I just sewed along the top here, added a ruffle, and there's a little gem and a tag there, arrow tag, and then I just hang it over the top like that, and it acts as a tuck spot as well. So then I tuck up our little journaling card and it kind of sticks there. I really like these pages. I did the stenciling all the way around, and they kind of look like that forest that she comes into. This is fully glued down, glitter paper. There's some teaspoons and some hearts. It's a little bit of stenciling on that half page and some sewing. There's more of the playing card. There's the other piece of that book page. This is a really cool old like hand sewn doily thing. And then I made this little charm here that's all beaded, and I added a little key to the end of it, so you get that. And then this here is removable, and there's a cool card that I just inked around. But then here on the other side I made a neat journaling card, and this was inspired by Pinkoddbird because she did some Alice in Wonderland journals, and they were really, really cool. So I just was inspired by her and made some cool journaling cards. I made one of these journal cards for each, and that's the Cheshire Cat's mouth, in my opinion. Well, that's my version of it. And then I just kind of colored and stamped and glued this little guy onto this envelope, so you get that too. And I don't know where this one was. Oh, here. And I really liked the colors in this doily that is like a belly band here. because they really go with the pink and blue, the soft pink and blue that's in the fabric that I used for the cover, which is the new Tula Pink Curiouser and Curiouser fabric line. So, on we go. Here's more of that really cool paper that I used that was from Artymaze digi kit. This is another little journal card I made. This is just a piece of my coffee dyed paper that I did. That I just folded up, and I think it looks cool in there. I did a lot of sewn pockets like this. I really like sewing pockets. Let me check the signatures. I'm not sure how many pages they have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I count that as 1. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, I thought so. 13 each. Okay, so then 26 when they're folded in half, and then you got 2 signatures. So and then front and back. So there's a lot of writing space in here. Yeah, there's a good amount of writing space. I did a lot of sewing. I like sewing in my journals. This is some silk that I made from a dress that I found at the Salvation Army. I'll put all of the specs in the listing too when it's up in my Etsy store at Huggable Earth. Okay, and that's another journal card that I sewed. And I wanted to stick with like the butterfly theme of these. Just another journaling card. And these are just stickers, and these stickers weren't sticking down super great, so I just kind of let them be like that in case you wanted to move them and then actually glue them down somewhere else. I thought that would be fine, or even cut them apart further. That would be cool too. And these are removable, which is really cool. I learned how to do that from a tutorial online. I think that was from Treasure Books. Natasa on Treasure Books. She really does some cool stuff. There's more of my coffee dyed paper. I love doing them. This is cool. This is just a vintage piece of paper. Another little tuck pocket. Paper ribbon. This is really old graph paper that I coffee dyed. There's another one of those cool pages that looks so woodsy and stuff. This is a really neat thing. There's another one of those Tim Holtz that's out of his new collection of the snippets. And so this is a pocket. You can put things way down in there if you want. But I just wanted to kind of leave it hanging out. And this is kind of like a big bookmark too for you. So there's that. There's another painted page. Here's a piece here. It's a little tuck spot. And I just thought she was cute, and it goes with all those blues. That blue is almost the exact same blue, and so I really liked that. This feather, I was going to glue this down somewhere, but then I decided not to. So it's like a feather that I did encased in between some tissue and some canvas, and then I Mod Podged it and I sewed it, and I found that on a tutorial. I don't know whose tutorial that was, but mine did not come out anywhere near as good as the girls that did it. And so you get that as well. And then I'll include a little bag of goodies with each of these journals. So there's just a piano key one because it reminds me of the Cheshire Cat's mouth when he goes all funny in the tree. This is a really vintage page. This one's like a 70-year-old book of the Disney Alice book. And so it has the Unbirthday song Though this one was from like 1950, and so I thought that was really cool, and I included the unbirthday one. And this one has it, but the other Alice book does not. It has a different book page in it. This is just a page that I did with the my jelly plate a while back on some tea-dyed paper or fabric, tea-dyed fabric. This is a flap with some more of that doily. I actually got the flower part of the doily, and I love those colors accenting in that. I just think that they really go with that. And you guys could even snip that off and like decorate the cover, but I really didn't want to take away from the cover at all of these because I just love the colors and just the look of these. That's such beautiful fabric. There's some little hairs here and there, but I love the look of that fabric. So there's a little notebook I made here and sewed, another little notebook. Here's another journal card. You're entirely bonkers, but I'll tell you a secret, all the best people are. And so I think that's cool. There's some other little quotes from it, and then I just inked around that. And that's like, you can do more stuff with that. You can add a backing onto that, glue something down to that. This page wasn't wide enough, so I just sewed on some additional paper, and then I stenciled on the back. Here's just another one of those Tim Holtz snippets of roses, of course, because she was yelling about everybody painting the roses, of course. Here is a doily that I painted. A heart doily, of course, because she is the Queen of Hearts. We are getting toward the end of the book, so there's some more notions toward the Queen, because that happens toward the end of the story. These are two more different playing cards, so you can make them. I believe they're older than the other ones. They just look older to me. They have that more vintage hue, and so they're right there. Here's another little surprise. This is a cool little envelope that I made out of a vintage wallpaper, and so it's just tiny, but it's cute. And it just has like a little window with flowers and stuff, and I liked that. And here is a charmed paper clip that has these cute little dazzling beads. There's that guy. Right, he's the March Hare, I believe. There's a card that has a rose. It's a blank card, so you could actually send it. And that's an older card. That was from an old set that I found that was brand new, but vintage, like older. I don't know if it's vintage, but it is older packaging and stuff. Here's another one of those pretty painted pages that I did. There is the March Hare and two more cards for journaling. That's another one that I sewed around, and then I added my sari silk there, and then here is another little card out of the Artymaze kit. This is Curiouser and Curiouser. The back of the page is plain, all except for the one little word that says home, because she just wants to go home right at the very end of the book. And then you have this back pocket, which is where I'll put the bag with all the goodies in. So that is the end of that book. We're going to do a really quick flip through of the other book because it's pretty much exactly the same. And so I'm just going to do a super fast flip through of this one because it's pretty much exactly the same except for a few little things. So, you know, the color, obviously this one's teal and that one's lemony color. They both have exactly the same type of thing here. Metallic flocked paper inside. A butterfly journaling card that is Franken paper on the back side, all stitched around with pretty fabric there at the top. This guy, I thought that he was cool because he's flying upside down here. And there's some more of my jelly printed paper. So that's the front page of the first signature there. Oh yeah, this book page I put right in the front. So this one is more of just a really visual book page. And I thought I'd get all the characters and you could rip them out like individually and glue them around in the, you know, in the book if you wanted to, or just like washi tape that onto the edge of a page and make it flip out so you could see all of it all the time. And so there's a journal card. So your journal cards might be a little bit different and your pages might be a little bit different, but it's pretty much the same thing, same exact number of pages. See, I found another picture in that Tim Holtz kit that was like just the same as the other one that looks like Alice's sister. This is two of those Spain playing cards that are vintage. And they're from right about the 50s, I believe, because the man's sale that I got them from was, all of his stuff was from like the 50s and earlier. So there's another little tuck spot. See, this one has a little bit different of tucks and stuff, but very similar. The notepad is just about the same papers. The tags are slightly different. Our paper ruffle is a little bit different. This this little guy is a little bit different. This here. See, this one has actually two back pockets and a front pocket. That's like a bookmark. And it's got, you know, some of that here. So there's just a few different things here and there. Book page about butterfly gardening. There's that. This is one of those removable paper corners, so you can put that on any page. There's this, that's like the candies she eats to make her bigger and smaller. More of my painted papers. Here is the cool feather for this one. Okay. This is a double tuck. You've got that one there with a little bit of fabric up at the top sewn. And then you've got this one that's an actual full-size pocket there. And in this one I just tucked in this animals page because there are so many animals in Alice in Wonderland. Just like, they're everywhere, from like the part where she's right in the beginning where she's running around and trying to find where the little March hare went, and she ends up with those guys that are like eating she ends up with Tweedledee and Tweedledum that are telling her all about the little oysters and all the, you know, the big dodo that's trying to catch the oysters and the other little guy, and you know, and then there's all those birds and stuff, and there's just so many animals, and the Mad Hatter and the Dormouse and all the little birds in the forest afterwards, and the Cheshire Cat, and there's just a whole lot of animals in Alice in Wonderland, and I really wanted to kind of make sure I put a lot of animals in here. So there's a little charm for this one. It's basically the same thing, just some cute beads and a key. This is my card that I did for this one. It just says Curious with the 10-6. And life is sweet because she's always eating the candies and stuff to try to get bigger and smaller. And there's, of course, stenciling and everything in this one too. There's a keyhole coloring page. This is a pocket. These are actually double fabrics. This is like a little bit of upholstery fabric and then some pretty flowered material as well. Oh yeah, this is actually another one of these pockets here that I did up to the corner there, just like that. And then you have a journal card and a rose. I really like that image too, of her having a conversation with the little guy there, the caterpillar. There's that piece of coffee dyed paper that I'm tucking up under this. I believe that's a fern. There's our double page there. That doesn't seem to want to stay in our fern now. There we go. Okay. There's the little wallpaper envelope. Butterflies and moths and bugs and stuff. There is the snippet. Those snippets, the Tim Holtz snippets, they're different too because there aren't repeats of them in the packs, and I only had one pack of them. There's the other two playing cards from the other deck. There's another journal card. I love that image of Alice. It's so pretty. And I did ink around all of those. They're all inked on. So if you're going to like watercolor on them or something, that ink is oxide ink and it will like run a little bit. And that's been sewn around. And it's got some like tool stuff there. So it's a nice textural feel. There's some of that, some sewing. There's your little notebook over the top there that can move. And we use that as a tuck spot. I don't know why I didn't start doing that a long time ago. I love using those as a tuck spot. That's like my new favorite thing. I really love this. These, I don't know what these are. I have this really super old piece of lace I've been holding on to for a long time because I didn't have the right thing to use it in, and I figured this was it. They look like hearts that you picked or something though to me, and so I just thought like the Queen of Hearts. It doesn't really make sense, but I don't know. Alice in Wonderland kind of doesn't. There are so many things about Alice in Wonderland that don't make sense, right? So maybe they were picking hearts off of the trees. I don't know. You never know. This is where Alice was kind of like shy in the beginning and trying to be very courteous to the queen and stuff, right? I don't know. That kind of reminded me of her. It's the coloring page too. Okay, this is glued down just like on the other one. We're getting close to the last page. There's our journal card that's been sewn around with silk at the top. I like the birds because, like I said, there are so many birds in the movies. So many birds in that movie. I don't know if those little things in the forest with the eyes, I think they're birds. They're just like eyes and feet that just walk around and they're like really colorful and stuff. That are peeking out when she's like sad and stuff. There's that card. It's different than the other one. It's a little bit darker of roses. And then we have this is just like a tuck spot so that you can still write. I tried to leave a lot of writing space, so a lot of this is just removable. There's the final painted page, and then that is the end of the book. The charm is exactly the same as the other on that end piece. Is the little guy, and then these 4 dazzly baubles. And then your packet's going to go in the back there. And I think I'm going to do a separate video for the Queen of Hearts one because that one is quite different. And I also want to show off the different little envelopes and mini traveler's notebooks that I've been doing. So I think that's it for now. Those are our Alice journals. I'll be back with a video for this one. But for right now, we're gonna end it with these two. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. If you are interested in these journals or any other custom journal that you can think of, I did stock up on these fabrics. If you are interested, these are like soft cover, semi hardcover journals. Okay, so they are going to be listed up in my Etsy. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you later. Alright, check out my website at huggableearth.com, and I will see you next time. Bye!